From the Oklahoman newsroom, it's time for a Thunder update. We're brought to you by Charleston's Restaurant. Be sure to go check them out. I'm Jenny Carlson here in studio with Thunder beat writer Eric Horn. Eric, here we sit, the start of the last week of the regular season in the NBA, and so much up in the air in the West. And lots of games that will determine seeding Tuesday and Wednesday. No games on Monday because of the national championship game. But man, Thunder sit in 6th right now. But all sorts of scenarios are in play, right?
Yeah, it's all on the table for the Thunder. Well, not all, but the 6th seed would put them against the Houston Rockets if the playoffs were to start today. But a lot's going to shake out in the next last final 2 days of the season. The Rockets could potentially get to 2. The Thunder, there's an outside crazy chance they could get to the 5 if the Jazz were to lose their last games, their last 2 remaining games, because the Thunder beat the Jazz 4-0 in the season series, and they would win that tiebreaker. Now, that would take the Clippers beating the Jazz, which means the Clippers would move up, and the Clippers hold a tiebreaker advantage over the Thunder based on division record. There's a lot of moving parts to be deciphered and go through, but the point is the Thunder needs to keep winning. It's similar to last year when they went into the final stretch. They won some games, and they found themselves in the 4 seed at the end of the season.
You know, about a week ago or so, we might have said, hey, that Tuesday night game against Houston, maybe Houston's starting to set some guys and just, rest, and they may still, but they've got something to play for too, and that may change the dynamic of that Tuesday night game a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. Look, if the Thunder's in the 6th seed, Houston would probably be favored in that series anyway if it was a 3-6 series with the Thunder, but Houston would probably much rather play a San Antonio or a Clippers. Houston beat the brakes off the Clippers a few days ago, so that would probably be a more advantageous matchup for them in the first round. Look, Houston would love to get closer to that 2 seed. Denver would love to get to that 2 seed as well, so they can potentially play a weaker team and not have to face the Thunder. As up and down as the Thunder's been all season, they're still a team to be reckoned with because their defense is very good. They have Russell Westbrook, who puts a lot of pressure on your defense. Paul George is an MVP candidate. So the Thunder's a team that's kind of, one of these teams that teams are looking at saying, is that really a first-round matchup we want to go through where we have to get worn down by this team that's going to put pressure on us as much as they do? Yeah. I don't think they do.
And let's also remember, Thunder come into this final week of the regular season having won 3 in a row, which there was a point in the year when that wasn't that big a deal, but after the All-Star break, 3 in a row, no matter what they look like, that's a big deal for this team.
Yeah, and more than the wins is they're playing closer to what they want to play like in their identity. They're getting out in transition. They're getting defensive stops, although last night against Minnesota, they struggled defensively and had some pretty bad breakdowns. But you're getting strong play from the guys you need to in the particular pairings you need them in. Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder are playing well together. They're not giving up a ton of points when those two are on the floor, which we knew was going to be a problem going into this season. Westbrook might be playing the best ball he's played all season in terms of distribution and his shot balancing that out. So the Thunder's playing better than they were before, even though they're doing it against some teams that are questionable. Big key will be on Tuesday how they respond against Houston.
All right, that's an 8:30 start on Tuesday night. Maybe it's going to get us ready for these late playoff starts.
Sure, let's do it.
Why not? 8:30 start for OKC and Houston on Tuesday night. We'll have all your coverage, so be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.